I'm actually remembering to film from the beginning of my exposure, which I think is a first. So, today I am going to go to the waterfront on the bus, take you around there, see how I feel, and try and stop saying Really not a fan of lifts, and I actually got stuck in one for the first time about a month ago. This is not a fun part. I am now waiting at the bus stop. I always find waiting really difficult. It's like, with my anxiety, waiting is really hard. I actually had to get off the bus because it did a short turn, so it wasn't going to where I wanted to go, so I am now waiting for the next one. So I didn't get off because I was scared, I got off because the bus decided to not go to where it was supposed to be going. Well, I made it. There's a group of people back there that they're about to do a run, which is a little bit scary. Let me show you what it looks like all around. See, there's the fake beach. I call it fake because that's the extent of it and it clearly isn't real. I don't know if you can... Yeah, you can see the water, which is quite nice. Trees, buildings. Anyway, I find it quite calming down here. Being next to the water. Clearly doing a really bad job of not saying So I wanted to come down in the daytime because we come down at night time sometimes, me and my other half, to just have a walk, and I wanted to come down and look at the trees and the colours because you can't see it in the dark, and I could tell that they were changing, and I bet you can't see it. You can see it! Isn't that pretty? So far I'm feeling okay. I put my iPod on for a bit on the bus, I don't know, I just did, but only for the last 5 minutes or so, and then it ran out of battery, so that's fun. It's a great tip, kids. Charge your iPhone. iPhone? iPod. Ugh, iPod. So, yeah, we are at the beach. I survived the bus. It's quite surprising, actually, how I can do that now without too much stress, but I know it can depend on the day, so I'm obviously having a slightly better day. I want to show you the other side because it's so much better. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It goes all dark, but oh, it only likes it when my face is in the picture. That's Lake Ontario, and it's very pretty, and it's quite a nice day for it. So I'm just going to go for a wander, and I will see you in a minute because I can't think of anything to say. Found an awesome tree. I hope the colours show up. I mean, it looks like it is, but it's actually a bit redder than that. You see all those trees down there, even though you can't tell at the moment, they're all changing colour. So as you go down, they're all different colours. I know how boring it is when people talk about the autumn and fall, or whatever you want to call it, but that's why I'm here. So... Oh, I've forgotten my point now. It looks like I'm actually in the water. I'm not. There's floor. The reason my head is constantly in the frame is because if I switch to the other camera, so I'm using the front-facing one, if I switch to the normal one halfway through filming and then try and edit the clips together, it just doesn't work. It goes all weird, and I haven't figured out why yet. So that is why my face is in every shot, unless I just do this. But then I can't see what I'm filming, so I'm afraid you just have to put up with it. Yeah. I think you've got the idea now. I'm in a place with lots of water and nature and trees, and it's calming and lovely. I've sat down on a bench because I've got really pissed off with my phone, because it's supposed to be set to a setting where you can use it with your gloves on, and it's not working, and I'm basically just swearing at my phone all the time because it won't take a picture when I'm wearing my gloves. It's pissing me off. And I have freezing cold hands, so I've pressed record and got my glove on, so it kind of works half the time, and it's just really annoying. I was just thinking how strange it was that a year ago I wouldn't be here on my own doing this. It's quite weird to think of, to think that I just wouldn't have been able to do it at all. And that is something that I feel like is an achievement. But it's also a bit heart-wrenching to think that that's how I was, and how I still have days like that, and I still think I'm just as sick as I was, but then I do things like this and realise that I'm actually have actually made progress. And I don't know why I can't take that in, because I've just made myself get on a bus on my own and come down here and go for a walk and look at nice nature and water and stuff, and I literally would not, a year ago you would not have caught me doing this, and if you did, it would have been because I was doing an exposure therapy, and I would have been bawling my eyes out, you know, with anxiety and fear, and I would have found it so impossible. And I'm actually having a nice time just looking at stuff, and the lighting keeps changing, so I'm having a bit of a reflective moment and sharing it with you. I'm glad I remembered to record this from the beginning, leaving the house, and now I just need to remember to record getting back again, because then it will be a complete video. Anyway, I shall leave it there, and I'm sure you have had enough of looking at the lake, even though it is like a freaking ocean. It's so big that I still call it the ocean. It goes beyond that. That's just an island over there. It goes, I don't know all the details. Go and Google Lake Ontario, it's fascinating. So I shall see you in a bit, hopefully, if I remember, and if I don't, you'll probably see me in my pyjamas tonight filming and saying, I forgot to record. I knew I was going to forget, and I did. I went and got my groceries, I went and picked up some Halloween stuff. I'm just going to show you when I get inside. Ugh, I'm such a dum-dum. I'm showing you my decorations now before I go and put my camera on my tripod, because I don't want to carry my tripod around. If you can say. They're orange fairy lights with little pumpkins, but I don't know if you can really get close enough. This will become relevant soon. This is ridiculous. It's upside down. It was made that way. It's made wrong. But it's from the dollar store, so what can you do? And only one more thing, which is, you can't really see, but it's my Happy Halloween. They're like made of jelly. And that's that. Now I'm going to go and put this somewhere a little bit more stable. I found something on my filming chair. And now I'm getting stick poured in the face for moving him because he was asleep. Yeah, you go to sleep your own bed. Oh, there you go. Sort of mildly dropped him. Oh, he's just gonna sleep on the floor right there. Okay. Well, as I said, I did completely forget to film anything on the way back from the beach. And I think I knew I would, but I can't help it. I just forget. And I think sometimes if things are going well, you forget what you're doing as well. Because you just, you know, if you're having a better day, you just kind of dawdle along and off it goes. So I completely forgot I was supposed to be filming, and there you go. So yes, I am home in my, well, kind of pyjamas, filming, just like I said I would be. Yes, the not saying thing is not going very well. The reason I showed you the Halloween decorations was, I've got to stop getting mad at myself for saying because you don't want to see my face going every time I say it, because that's going to be even less fun than just saying isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to go from where I left off at the beach. I did a couple more like walk round. It's kind of like a block, so I did like, I don't know, 5 more of those or something just to get some walking in. And then I got the bus back, but the bus was very, very, very busy because it was then about 6:30, so it was super, super busy with loads of students coming out because they also have a college down there. So it was a little bit more difficult for me getting the bus home than it was getting the bus down there. Just because of the amount of people. I don't think anyone really likes busy buses, but in me it can trigger that claustrophobic anxiety thing. Made it through that. And then I knew I had to go get some groceries, but I was doing this thing where I wasn't going to decorate for Halloween or anything because we have to save money at the moment. And then I watched a video last night on YouTube, and it was Tanya Burr and her other half. And they'd done this Halloween video, and they looked like they were having loads of fun, carving pumpkins and decorating and all sorts of stuff. And I just knew that if I didn't do something, I didn't decorate, I'd be really annoyed with myself. I was like, okay, well, if I can just do a tiny little bit of decorating, then I'll have something to remember it by, and maybe I won't feel quite as jealous of everyone else's photos that are going to pop up all of a sudden. So I went to the dollar store here, and I gave myself a limit of $5, but I ended up at $7, so it's not too bad. But I'm still feeling guilty about it, because I'm like, $7, I didn't need to spend $7 on some stuff that I'm going to take down in, what, less than a week? I'm looking at my calendar. Anyway, it looks lovely, and I like it, but that stupid lantern, I'm like, the people in the factory who made it either weren't paying attention, or they thought, do you know what would be hilarious if we just glued all these pumpkins upside down? Which, fair enough, is quite funny, but I was so furious. It still kind of looks pretty just hanging there anyway, so that was a really long story just about decorations. But my point was, I spent a long time in Dollarama by myself picking some decorations to try and make me happier. Oh god, the cat is doing something horrendous. Oh my goodness me. It's all fine. He was just about to knock a lot of stuff over. And then I went and got like a tiny bit of groceries as well, and then came home, and then I baked cookies as well. I was like, what is wrong with me today? I'm just doing all this stuff. Well, what's right with me today, rather. This is turning into a really long ending, I'm sorry. So I guess my achievements were public transport by myself, and all of these are exposures, so maybe I should say my exposures and achievements were the bus on myself twice. I have actually written it down. The beach, long walk, Dollarama for Halloween for a very long time, and it's quite a claustrophobic store, and they sometimes have a radio playing and it's never quite in tune, and I find those kind of noises really irritate me, and I don't know why, like staticky radio noise. Can't do it. Do any of you get that? Got the groceries, and then I put up all the decorations and the cookies, so there you go. Quite a good day really. I'm going to a doctor's appointment tomorrow on my own. And it's a doctor that I haven't been to on my own before, so I'm pretty terrified about that. I'm not sure why I'm not having a stronger reaction tonight about it, because normally if I've got to do something the next day, I'll really get worked up about it. So that's a good thing too. Yeah, so I'm really nervous about that tomorrow. Now I've spoken about it, I'm going, ah. So, wish me luck. I'm really scared now that I've talked about it. I'm like, oh no, I think I was just ignoring it. I was in denial. Oh no, I've released it all. Ah. Okay, I'm going to leave it there and say this was a good day for me. And I would like more of these, please. So yes, as always, thank you for watching. And I hope that you will come back. I hope I'm not boring you all to death with my... I went to the beach and bought some stuff from Dollarama. But then you wouldn't watch to the end if I was, I suppose. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.